Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm your host on Around the Horn, Ray Flowers. Steven Strasburg was the name everyone was excited about this preseason as the arm to own from a youngster in Major League Baseball. Now, the left-handed version of Strasburg, a guy that threw very hard, a guy who had a lot of people looking at him as a potential Cy Young Award winner in the future, that was Aroldis Chapman of the Reds. He was unable to make the team out of camp, didn't really impress early on as a starting role, so he was moved to the bullpen. Now, his strikeout rate's phenomenal. He's got something like 125 strikeouts in less than 100 innings pitched, so that has been terrific as expected. But he's had a lot of problems throwing strikes. That's what happens to a lot of young pitchers that throw hard. If he can control the ball once he gets to the majors and throw the ball where he needs to, with that pitch, his fastball being 105 miles an hour, if you believe the last scouting report on him, and even, let's be realistic, even if it wasn't 105, if it was a fast gun, we're still talking probably 99 to 100. The guy brings heat. If he can throw strikes, he can be a weapon out of the Reds bullpen as they go down the stretch and try to make the playoffs. Edison Volquez will also be moved to the bullpen, so the Reds now have two young arms, both 95-mile-an-hour throwers who will be in the bullpen. Aaron Harang is going to be activated off the disabled list and move into the starting rotation. The Reds have got a lot of pitching. Let's see if they can make it to the playoffs in 2010. Manny Ramirez, no longer a Dodger, finally. He is now officially a member of the White Sox. He will not be able to play on Monday night. He's not going to get to the Chicago's game in time to be in the lineup, but he will be in there and going moving forward. This is a straight waiver wire deal. There weren't any players involved in the exchange. The White Sox basically picking up a little over $4 million for the rest of Manny's salary this year. He's going to instantly be put in there in the White Sox lineup. He'll probably bat fifth in there. This might mean a lot less playing time for guys like Mark Kotsay and Andrew Jones, but if Manny Ramirez is happy and healthy and productive, and the White Sox got a huge bat to add to the middle of the order in their push for the playoffs in 2010. Colby Rasmus going to try to help his team also to make the playoffs in the National League, and that's the St. Louis Cardinals. He's finally returning to full-time starting action after missing almost 2 weeks with a calf injury. Now, the team decided not to place him on the disabled list, thinking it wouldn't take 15 days. It didn't, so they were right there, but they have been down a player, and you got to start to be a little bit concerned with Colby Rasmus. I mean, here's a young guy who can do a lot of things on the field. He can hit the ball deep. He plays good defense. But at the same time, he's had a lot of trouble staying healthy and on the field. It's too early to say he's injury prone, but keep that in mind when you're looking at him in keeper leagues. I don't know if you're going to be able to count on him for 150 games in the 2011 season. Nelson Cruz, another injured player returning to action on Monday night for the Rangers. Cruz has been a dynamic force this year, basically on the precipice of having a pace for 30-30. Of course, he's not going to get anywhere close to that because he's been placed on the disabled list 3 times with his hamstring injury. He is again active on Monday. He's back in that Rangers lineup. Ian Kinsler also nearing a return to the lineup for the Rangers, hopefully by the end of the week for them. Things are looking up as the Rangers try in their attempt to make the playoffs, and it's looking pretty good for them right now. Freddy Sanchez has been white hot at the dish for the Giants. Now, the Giants picked up Mike Fontenot. A lot of people were saying in the organization Fontenot and Sanchez were going to split time at second base. Well, Sanchez apparently heard that news loud and clear, and he started raking the ball. He's batting .625 over his last 25 at-bats. He's been moved from 8th in the order up to 2nd in the order tonight. If he continues to hit like this, obviously he will continue to play. He's got a season-long batting average back up to .287. He doesn't offer much other than batting average help, but right now there are fewer people in the world of baseball that are doing a better job producing base hits than Freddy Sanchez. Jose Tabata, he has been ultra impressive as well in his rookie season with the Pirates. Now think of this, since he was called up on June 9th, he has 87 hits. What does that mean without context? Not much. But here's that context for you. Since June 9th, Jose Tabata has the 2nd most hits in the National League behind only Albert Pujols. He doesn't have much power, and yeah, he's on the Pirates, but he has had an excellent rookie season, and he's someone to watch in keeper leagues. Carlos Lee, another guy who's, had a bit of a tough time. He hasn't had a bit of a tough time with injuries this year. He's had a tough time with production. Really started out the season slowly, has finally started to kick things into gear a little bit. He has 28 RBIs in his last 29 games, spending a little bit of time at first base as well. From 2003 to 2009, every single season in that stretch, at least 26 home runs and 99 RBIs for Lee. Will he get there this season? Well, he's currently at 19 home runs and 76 RBIs. It's going to be tough, but with this late season surge, it looks like it's possible that he'll reach the levels that he's reached since the 2003 season. And then finally, Daniel Hudson. The guy has been an absolute dynamite acquisition for the Diamondbacks. He came over at the trade deadline in the deal with Edwin Jackson. He's made 6 starts for the Diamondbacks. Each of those starts have lasted at least 7 innings. Each of those starts have been less than 3 runs. In that time, his ERA is 1.85. His WHIP is 0.87. He has been a spectacular addition in NL leagues. He's pitching so well right now. He must be owned and active in all mixed leagues as well. Obviously, he's not going to win the Cy Young Award next year unless some crazy things happen, but he can be a difference maker down the stretch this season. He is completely locked in for the Diamondbacks. I'm Ray Flowers, BaseballGuys.com. Thanks for joining me here on Around the Horn. And don't forget to listen to us every day, Monday through Thursday, from 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on XM Sirius Radio. That's XM 147, Sirius 211, when myself, Kay Adams, and Kyle Elfrink from 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern again talk fantasy sports on Sirius XM Radio.